Good day all and welcome back. Today we will be covering the concatenate function within Excel. To concatenate the data means simply to combine individual cells of data into a single string of data. Now what I've done on the spreadsheet, I have put in three practical examples of where this can be used in business and in general. So firstly, if we look at our first example, we are setting up a structured general ledger account, meaning certain components of the ledger account string represent different areas of the business or locations or groups of products. So if we look at our data set, we have business unit 88, and for example 88 could be production. We have a location of this production unit, stateful, which is 100. The expense type is 2500, which is a consumable, and the product group, if any, is product group 1000, which is widget A. So by concatenating the individual fields, we will come to a single string of general ledger data. So this is quite good to use in the initial scoping and setting up of either a structured ledger or stock item codex and any other sort of general use where you need to bring multiple individual cells into a single string of data. So to get started, we click on a blank cell. There are two options to access the concatenate function. We could click the FX key and in the search function type in concatenate and type in go, and you will see the function comes up. Alternatively, you could go to formulas, text formula, as concatenate is part of the text suite of formulas, and select concat. Both take you to the same function arguments. So in this instance, we want to combine each individual piece of information. So we select text 1, and text 1 is equal to cell A3, which is the business location, business unit. B3 is the location, C3 expense type, and D3 the product group. So once you're happy with your selection, it gives you an indication of what your final concatenated string will look like. If you look at this area and the equals to, and if we click OK, we see that this is the combined string. You could also, for instance, separate your data. Again, we can go to concatenate using various different keys. So we will select the business unit. We want it separated by dash. So in text 2, we'll put in the dash. Select the next column, dash again, next column, another dash, and the final column. And again, you can see what your final string will look like. If we click OK, we have two different representations of the same information. It's purely dependent on what you're looking for. You could put a varying number of characters to separate the different individual cells, or you could combine it all into one single string with no separators. So if we move on to the stock item codex, exactly the same applies. select a cell, text formulas, concatenate, and we can combine. Text 1 will equal to the part type, text 2 will equal to the brand, text 3 will equal to the size, and this is what our final part item number will look like. With regards to names, you could do exactly the same. There are certain software packages that export first names and surnames in different columns, and if you want to combine the data, you go to text, concatenate, we choose first name, we select the next text to be a space so that you have a space between the data, and the next column to have the next text, to have the surname, and we click OK, and you can simply reapply that to all the available data by copying it and pasting it in the relevant range. So that simply is how we concatenate data. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, thank you and goodbye.